Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome to our nutrition boot camp call this week. And I just want to remind you, sometimes I know that you might hear this stuff and you're like, wait, why is this called nutrition boot camp call? Because I know a lot of the times we talk about mindset. And the reason it's called nutrition boot camp call, even though we're talking about mindset a lot, is because really, your nutrition is wrapped up in your mindset. And when you can get your mind right and your mindset right, it really affects every aspect of your life, but also your nutrition as well. So we could call it a mindset boot camp call. We could call it the powerful meal measure call. We could call it nutrition boot camp call, whatever. It all works together. Okay. So I'm so excited you're here today because it is one of those days where people start to give up on their New Year's resolutions. It's been 2.5 weeks, right? People are kind of losing the mojo maybe of the New Year's resolutions they set. And it's kind of meh, now it's kind of old news, cool, whatever, right? And so I want to give you a couple of tangible, practical takeaways of how you can be that 1%, 1 to 3% of people who doesn't do that this year. Maybe you've been that person in years past where by January 16th, 18th, whatever it is today, you've already given up. Okay. But not this year, not you. Okay. Not this year, not you. So I have 8 tips for you, and hallelujah, it's memorable because I thought of a little acronym for you. And the acronym is, you ready? Don't quit. Yay! That's even easier to remember, okay? So everything stands for something, obviously. That's what an acronym means, okay? So very first, your D for don't quit stands for decide. Decide. It really does come down to a decision, because in all things in life, all things besides being a parent, yep, I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that doesn't apply to this rule. You will either succeed or you will quit. That's it. In all things in life, you will succeed or you will quit. If you have a goal to grow out your hair, you will either succeed and you will grow out your hair, or you will quit trying and you will chop it, right? If you have a goal to have a garden, you will either succeed because you're learning, you're growing, you're reading books, you're planting, you're watering, you're whatever, you will succeed in having that garden, or you will throw in the towel and never mind. I never wanted a garden in the first place, right? Never mind. In your marriage, you will either succeed and have a successful marriage, or you will quit and you'll throw in the towel. Peace out. See you later. I never even really liked you that much anyways. So bye. Let's just go our separate ways, right? All things in life. I mean, I guess technically as a parent, you could succeed or quit, but not really. You know what I mean? You can't really quit being a parent because it's kind of they're your kid no matter what. Right? But everything else in life, you can succeed or you will quit. And this is the same thing. Okay. So the very first thing you got to do when you're hitting that plateau of I'm not sure I want to do this, you have to decide. Are you going to do this? Are you going to succeed or are you going to quit? There is nothing else. There is no other choice. Are you going to succeed or are you going to quit? Decide which end of the spectrum you're going to be on. Okay. And I'm just going to give you a little nudge. Be the person who succeeds. Okay. And change the way you think about failure. Because if you still have breath in your lungs and a body that's above ground and a heart that still beats, there's still time. There's still time for you. Okay. I have a goal to learn how to play the piano. I have a goal to learn how to speak Spanish. Okay. Yes, I'm almost 30. No, I don't know how to speak Spanish. I mean, I can ask where the bathroom is and I can tell you a couple of random things, but I have not achieved my goal yet. But guess what? I have not failed. Yes, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. And yes, I did not walk away with really much knowledge at all besides the word sacapuntas, which means pencil sharpener. Okay. But it's not over for me. I can still decide that I want this goal because I still have a heart that beats. I still have air in my lungs. My body is still above ground, right? So decide that you're going to see this goal through. Decide that you're going to succeed. Okay. For those of you who jumped on a little late, there's a couple people on live who weren't here at the beginning. We're chatting about when you feel like you want to quit. Okay. And I've got a little acronym for you, and it's don't quit. Ha, yay for acronyms. Don't quit. And the first D is decide. Okay. All right. O stands for obsess. Obsess. And yes, I mean that. I'm listening to the book Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. And essentially, the book is about when you have something that you love and you turn it down or tone it down or play it small or pretend it doesn't exist or that desire is not there, your obsessions turn into other things. Wrong things, bad things. And in his life, he was obsessed with success and fame and fortune, and everybody in his life told him like, no, like no, that's bad. Sit down, be small, be grateful for what you have. Don't wish for fame and wealth and fortune. So he turned to drugs. And he got obsessed with drugs and alcohol, and he had to go to rehab, and he almost died. And the whole book is about like when you have this desire in your heart and other people don't understand your desires and they try to squelch you. Yes, they might be well-meaning. Yes, whatever. But when you are obsessed with the wrong things, you will in turn obsess. You know what I'm trying to say? If you are squelching your obsession with the right thing, you will turn to the wrong thing, whether that's food, because really, and you have a desire in your heart to do something grand and big, but you're scared. You're scared of success, or you're scared of whatever, right? You have a limiting belief of some sort that if I then like if I succeed big, then my kids will never see me, right? That's one of mine. If I succeed big, then my marriage will fall apart. That's a limiting belief that I have, right? So what do? I'm going to self-sabotage or Satan sabotage by eating all the food because I emotional eat and I'm squelching this whatever desire that I have in my heart to succeed big. But when I tap into that and say like, no shame. I want to succeed big. I want to change the world. Okay. I want to change the world. Then all of a sudden I'm like, no, I don't want that cake. I got goals and I got dreams and I need energy to change the world. Right. I'm not going to eat no cake because I want to fit into those pants because I'm going to change the world in those pants, right? Like, and when you tap in to that obsession, the good one, then all of a sudden those bad obsessions that you turn to when you're self-medicating, whether it's Netflix or napping too much or food or scrolling social media, or drugs or alcohol or pornography or whatever it is for you, stop. If you're self-medicating with those things, you're denying some sort of good obsession. What do you want really, truly? Lean into that. Okay, lean in. That's okay? Obsess over it. Obsess over the right things that you want. Cool? Okay. N stands for non-scale victory. Non-scale, okay? That means take those pictures beforehand. That means take those measurements beforehand. That means pay attention to your weights and how heavy you're lifting. Pay attention to how it feels to walk up the stairs and how hard it used to be. Pay attention to, I could only play with my kid for about 3 minutes before I got too winded and blamed it on something else. And now I really do want to play with him or her still, but I just don't have the energy to do so, right? Like pay attention to those things. When you want to quit on your New Year's resolutions, when you want to quit on the program that you're doing or whatever, like pay attention to those little things. Pay attention to the fact that, boom, baby, I said no to that cake because I got goals and it felt so good. And I didn't even miss it. It was like the coolest thing ever, right? Like pay attention to those moments because they deserve to be recognized and appreciated, and you deserve to pat yourself on the back for all the wins, okay? Scale victories too. Pant victories too, inches lost, whatever, all the things. Pay attention to the victories, okay? Because it's a big deal for you to succeed, and pay attention to your success, okay? T, first T, and don't. Tell someone. Tell someone your goal. Someone you trust, someone you love, okay? And not, I've heard this, so listen close, okay? I've heard this sometimes can have a negative effect, because sometimes when you phrase it with the like, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run a marathon, right? And then that person is like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You are so freaking cool. I would never set a goal like that. Like, that scares the crap out of me. You get a little hit of dopamine, because you're like, ooh, I am someone who sets big goals and I'm awesome and I'm going to do something that you would never do. And all of a sudden, you already feel that reward of doing that thing, even though you didn't do that thing. So you have to be careful about how you tell people, okay? Don't tell them as if you've already done it. Say something along the lines of, I have a goal to run a half marathon or a marathon in June. So I am going to train on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I'm going to run at least 6 miles every single day, right? And you can tell them, but don't, like, I'm just telling you for accountability, don't like freak out. Like, don't like congratulate me, because I don't want any hits of dopamine from your congratulations, okay? Like, I'm just telling you to keep myself accountable. Okay, you don't need to cheer me on. I mean, you can, but like, not right now. Like, wait to give me all the praise until I actually do it. Okay, so I have done that so many times with Blake, because as soon as I learned it, I'm like, all right, babe, like, I'm telling you this for my own accountability, but don't cheer me on yet, because it's not done. Okay, don't give me any dopamine yet. Okay, so tell someone you love. Let them hold you accountable. Let that someone be us and our Fit Life community. If you don't have anybody else in your circle, okay? Share in our bod group, okay? Tell us what your goal is. Tell us what you're working on. Tell us what your mean girl or mean guy is saying that's holding you back, right? Tell someone. Let it be social media and your followers and your friends on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever you're at, right? Tell them and let them hold you accountable, because there is real accountability when you don't just think your goals in your head, but you actually speak them out into the universe and other people know what it is that you're pushing for. And it's funny, because my little sister came to visit this weekend, and we have a vision board around our TV where we work out, okay? And it's like huge. It's like there's 8 panels from IKEA, and it's gigumongous, okay? It's our whole family's vision board, and we print out pictures real big, and this is what we see while we work out, right? And my sister, we've been working on it this last week, and my sister, I told her one of Blake's visions, and she was like, I was wondering what that meant, but I didn't want to ask him, because a vision board is not something you ask people about. And I was like, whatever, that's totally something you ask about, because we wouldn't put it on display in our front room if we didn't want people to ask about it, because that is the ultimate accountability. When someone says like, hey, what is that? And you're like, oh, one day, right? And then you speak it out, and it's not just a dream in your brain. It's no, like, this is what I'm going to do one day. Right. And it becomes so much more like, yes, I got to grow into the person, because that feels really far away, but I just put it out into the universe, and guess what? It's going to happen, because I'm going to grow into that person. Right. So tell someone your goals, tell someone your struggles, someone you trust. Okay. Tell someone. All right. Q for don't quit stands for question. It is okay to question what you're doing. If you're at that point in your program that's like, it's not cutting it for me, it's not doing it, I really don't like this, I'm not feeling it anymore, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask yourself, like, should I finish this out? Should I see it through? And there was a girl in our community that had 3 days of a program left, 3. And she came in and was like, should I finish, guys? And a whole bunch of people were like, yes, you should finish. And I think I've said this before on a nutrition bootcamp call, but just in case you're new and haven't seen anything, I'm going to say the story again because I think it's important. She was like, should I finish? And everybody was like, yeah, like you only have 3 more days, like finish, reward yourself with something fabulous. Like you got this. And I was like, no, don't finish, because if working out is therapy, like it is for me, for you, that's 3 days that your children get the worst of you. Okay? Because you're not happy. You're not fulfilled by your workout. And if it's just a workout to you, like whatever, it's just a way to move my body. Okay, yeah, finish. Don't be a quitter. Like finish. Don't quit, right? What this whole thing is about. But there's a very real difference between like, I'm just being lazy, I don't really want to finish, and like, this is not making me happy at all. Like, I cannot wait to be done, right? If that's you, and if you're in this like, I hate working out, I don't want to finish it, I don't want to push play, am I done yet? That is a sign, do quit, okay? Especially in the Beachbody world. Like, we have 1,200 workouts, 12,000 goals. We will someday. We'll have that many. 1,200 workouts, okay? Do not settle for one you hate, okay? Because then, even if it's only 3 days, that's 3 days of your family getting the worst version of you, okay? Okay, so it's okay to ask questions. It's okay. I see stuff in the chat, and I'll read it in a sec because I got squirrel brain. It's okay to ask questions, though. It's okay if you're following 2B mindset to be like, maybe I want to switch. Maybe I want to learn more about Ultimate Portion Fix and give that a try, and vice versa. If you're doing Ultimate Portion Fix and you're like, honestly, it's really not working for me because I just feel so restricted. You know what? I want to try 2B mindset. I want to learn more about it and do it. Okay, great. Ask the questions, learn something new, go get her done. Okay. Ask yourself those questions, truly reflect on the answers, and then go fix it, change it however you need to. Okay. Same thing with personal development. You should be reading personal development, audible and physical, okay, because it will make your brain grow and make you just believe in yourself so that the outside and the inside match each other in strength, right? Same thing with your personal development. If it's not doing it for you, I don't care who suggested that book. I don't care. It did it for them. It's not doing it for you. And if every day you're like, I hate this, I don't want to listen, turn it off and go find something else, okay? That is personal development for you, okay? It's personal. And it helps you in the way that you need to grow, in the way that you need to change, in the way that you need to develop, okay? I'm going to read the chat before I move on. Laura said, I did that this week. I questioned following Ultimate Portion Fix because I recognized I started feeling really deprived. Yes, yes. Asking those questions and recognizing that in yourself is huge. And then making that decision, right? Like deciding, back to the first D, right? Like then it's so empowering because it's not like a, I need to do this. It's like a, no, I want to do this. I am choosing this. This is the best choice for me. Even if you stick with your original choice, then it kind of gives you a new sense of rejuvenation because it's no longer a, I need to, and now it's a, no, I want to. This is what I want. I want to finish XYZ program. I want to stick to this nutrition program. And changing that I want is huge. Okay. Jeanette says, not going to lie, I saw your board on stories and I was both amazed and afraid by your willingness to share it so openly like that. Yeah. Yep. That's our dream. That's our vision. And really, I mean, those who watch my stories for the next 5 to 10 years, if stories are still a thing in 10 years, they're going to see those things come to real life. So I want them to see me plant the seed today because 10 years from now, that's going to be my life. So that's why I shared it so openly. Laura said, yep, totally what I did yesterday. Now I'm relearning all the things. She also said, feeling a little challenged because I'm so used to the containers, so switching my mindset. Yes. And it really is a challenge. It really is a challenge to switch from one nutrition program to the other because they're so different. But when you can make that choice and stick to it and learn and grow and feel good about the challenge, it's huge. It's game changing. It really is. So And I honestly, I had the same thing. I think last week we talked about like Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset. And like all week I was like, should I switch back to Ultimate Portion Fix? Because I'm doing 9-week Control Freak. And this is the first autumn program I've ever done not following Ultimate Portion Fix. So I kind of feel like a sinner. I feel like I have to follow Ultimate Portion Fix doing an autumn program. But I'm not. I'm doing 2B Mindset. And so I've like battled with myself of like, should I go back? Should I do it? Should I just not? Like, no. 2B Mindset is my program. It helps me. I know I can get results. I got to get better at really following the program, really having FFCs more than sillies, really doing dinner and done, really doing Denteo and one bite to taste. And if you're like, I have no idea what you just said, watch the videos. Okay. Seriously though, 2B Mindset is my program. So I'm like, you know what? I am choosing. That's what I want. I want to do 2B Mindset. And so today I'm like, yeah, I can totally do 9-week Control Freak and 2B Mindset. And I'm not a sinner. Okay. Because Autumn loves 2B Mindset people and Ultimate Portion Fix people, right? I'm not disappointing her. Okay. All right. Moving on. You stands for understand what motivates you. Okay. Understand what motivates you. Are you fear motivated or are you reward motivated? And sometimes we're both, right? And even especially in our health, fitness, weight loss, nutritional goals, you can be both. There was a point after I had Ellie, my third, that I was like, I really want Brene Brown books. And it's one of those things that I have asked for Christmas and my birthday for like a year and a half, and no one gives them to me. And I think it's because they think it's a lame present, but I'm like, no, really, like I want Brene Brown books. I have them all on audio, but I want the physical copy and I could just buy them for myself. But budget, we've got financial goals, whatever, all the things, right? So I decided, okay, every 10 weight loss days, it doesn't have to be 10 pounds. It's just, I had a new low. Once I had 10 new lows, even if it was, what is that? Like if I lost 0.2 pounds each time, that's 2 pounds, right? Okay, cool. I had a new low. 10 times I get to buy myself a Brene Brown book. Okay. And it motivated the crap out of me. I got a little sticker every new low because I taught kindergarten and that motivates me. It's fine, whatever. Okay. But I understand what motivates me. Okay. I'm motivated by sticker charts and Brene Brown books. And you're probably like, that would never motivate me. Okay. Whatever motivates you though, just making sure it's not food, right? Because that will that's kind of against the point, right? If your goal is a weight loss goal. Unless your food item is like in line with your goals, right? And with that said, 2B Mindset, that's the reason it's the program for me, is because it's not, there is no deprivation. I can't eat anything that I want and whatever, but I don't think of it as a cheat. It's not a cheat, it's a treat. And I'm treating myself because I've worked really hard. This is my treat. This is not my cheat day. Right? It's not a cheat day because I've been there before and it was terrible. And I felt so sick after that cheat day when I used to have that mindset back when. Okay. So now, no, it is a treat. I am treating myself, but you should give yourself other rewards, whether it's like a shopping spree to XYZ place, books that you've wanted forever, if it's whatever, right? Like give yourself a budget. I get this present when I achieve XYZ goal. Okay. And it can be like, as soon as I lose this much, I get that present. Or it can be like me, that it was like more smaller bite size. Like I need a small win. Like I need it to feel close. That's even 2 pounds, I get a present after I lost 2 pounds, potentially, if it was only 0.2 pounds lost each time, right? So understand what motivates you. And in my deeper why, the reason I want to work out and eat healthy, the reason I'm so passionate about being a health coach is because my dad is in his 50s and he's in a nursing home already. Like he's had 2 heart attacks and 3 strokes and he is a hot freaking mess. Okay. Like he's a mess. And my grandma died at 60. and my dad's not looking much better. She was like 62, right? And my mom is in awesome health. She's run like, I can't even count how many half marathons. I think somewhere in the 20s or 30s now. I honestly can't keep track. But she works freaking hard, right? And so I want to work freaking hard so that I can be that grandma who feels confident going down the water slide with my grandkids. And I want to be that grandma who goes to the beach with her grandkids and plays soccer, because I've taken such good care of my mind, my muscles, my body, my nutrition, that I still can, right? So that understand what motivates me, that's more the long-term big vision, right? But that's more fear motivated. It really is, because I'm afraid that I'm going to turn out like my dad and like my grandma. So I'm taking action against it, right? And that motivates me. That motivates the crap out of me, right? So it's okay to be a little bit of both. It's okay to be fear motivated and reward motivated in short term, long term, whatever. It's okay to be both, reward, or fear, right? But understand what motivates you and then reward yourself accordingly. I couldn't think of the word. Jeanette said, I love the idea behind time nutrition and the balanced macros that UPF teaches, but the mindset piece of To Be Mindset has helped keep me from mindlessly eating at night and enjoy treats when I want them without any guilt. Amen. And I love what Steph said last week. If you guys weren't able to watch last week's call, I feel like Ultimate Portion Fix was really, really good to start with, to really educate me on what I should be eating, how much I should be eating. Because even now that I've switched to Be Mindset, I still really am basically eating the containers, just more loosely. But I understand how much protein my body needs as a nursing mom, because I followed Ultimate Portion Fix for 3 years, right? I understand how many vegetables at the very least my body needs, right? I understand how many servings of carbohydrates my body needs at the very least, because I did Ultimate Portion Fix. I understand what a serving size of fruit looks like because I did Ultimate Portion Fix. So I really don't think you can go wrong. Like, no matter what nutrition program you pick, you will learn something, you will grow, and you will get that much more of a handle on your nutrition. You really will. So they're both great and you have access to both. So, and I would honestly encourage you to watch both so that you can, honestly, you can pick and choose and create your own nutrition program out of the two, right? As long as it's working for you and your goals and helps you feel great, right? Okay, moving on. I stands for inspire yourself, okay? Inspire yourself. And that can be whatever you want it to be. That can be vision boards and posting a picture of maybe you in a pair of jeans that used to fit you and you want them to fit you again. Or listening to the app Think Up and reciting your vision for, this is how I'm going to feel when I accomplish this program, this goal, this whatever. Inspire yourself by logging into our bod group and scrolling the feed and seeing all the freaking rockin' people we have in there that are showing up and slaying their goals. I get inspired every single time I'm in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that person didn't feel good today and they still push play. That person is struggling with a knee injury and they still modified and took care of themselves. Oh my gosh, that person just had a baby like 7 weeks ago and they still showed up. Holy cazoli, look how freaking good she looks, right? Like, it inspires me like crazy to see those people in there. So inspire yourself by visualizing, posting pictures, posting whatever. Like, I have a paper that I printed out that's a To Be Mindset paper that I just created. And if you want me to send it to you, just ask and I will send it to you. But it's essentially a calendar that says, like, did I drink water first? Check. Did I eat veggies most? Check. What was my number on the scale today? Write it. And there's a space to write it. Did I track every bite? Check. Did I follow Denteo? Check. Did I do 1 bite to taste? Check. Like, there's 7 checks. And then the last one is dinner and done. And it's literally just check. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. Right. And at the top, I wrote out Alana's mantra that she shares in her book. That is, I can lose weight. I will lose weight. My body loves losing weight. And so do I. And I care to lose this weight. I can lose weight. I will lose weight. I care to lose this weight. My body loves losing weight, and so do I. Okay. And that inspires me every day. Even if I wasn't great that day, it inspires me to read that mantra in big bold letters across the top. Like, I can lose weight. I will lose weight. I care to lose this weight. My body loves losing weight, and so do I. Right. And it inspires me. It inspires me like crazy. So inspire yourself. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. Surround yourself and tell people, like going back to that first T, right? Tell people your goals. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. And if you don't got any of that in your circle of friends, your family, or whatever, bod group, because we love you, we believe in you, and we'll be there for you, right? So inspire yourself. Cool. Okay, last one. Final T for don't quit. This is the hardest one. You ready? Give yourself time. Give it time. Because I know that it's so hard when you're like, I am doing all the things. I slayed my workout yesterday. I didn't eat a lick off my nutrition program. I said no to the cake. I ate so many vegetables, and I'm still not seeing the results that I want to see, right? But it's been like 2 days, right? And there is a real thing called hormones, especially when you're a woman, okay, that could be totally throwing you off whack. And I remember my sister, she is a 2B mindset lover too, and she slayed like the first 10 days or something. I can't remember. It was when it just came out, and she lost like 10 pounds in 10 days or something. She was pretty heavy, so she kind of had a lot to lose. So it was healthy for her, but I do not suggest that for everyone, especially not long term. But then she plateaued, and it was like, oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds in 10 days, and now I've been the exact same weight for like a week, and I'm not doing anything different. What in the heck is going on, right? But she stayed with it. She kept the faith. She gave herself time, and guess what? Little friend came to visit, right? If you're a girl, you know what I'm talking about. And then the next day, she lost like 7 pounds in a day because all the bloat, all the water weight, all the things, right? And she had stayed so consistent, stayed so strong, and then her hormones started to balance out and get normal again, and her body just released it all. Okay. And so I don't think it's going to be that drastic for me, for you, right? Unless you have a lot of weight to lose. But it can be 2 pounds. It can be 3 pounds that you're like, I'm doing all the things. I am doing it, and nothing is working, right? But you give it time. You just keep going. You just keep learning. You just keep growing. And really, especially if you're following 2B mindset, but also Ultimate Portion Fix, look at your tracker. Look at your tracker. Look at the foods you're eating and pay attention. Autumn knows that she has an egg allergy, right? She knows she's allergic to eggs. It's on the list of proteins that you can have, but Autumn does not have them because she learned for herself that she's allergic to them. And she didn't have the weight loss that she wanted to when she had eggs. Older sister, my same sister that I was just talking about, she recognized, oh my gosh, I gain weight every time I have a banana in my Shakeology. Let's just see if that's a coincidence or if that's not a coincidence. So she took out her banana from her Shakeology. Started losing weight again. She realized she has a banana allergy. Okay. Like there's weird little things like that you can see when you pay attention to it. And when you give yourself time and give yourself grace to learn those things rather than just screw it. It's not working. Beachbody is stupid. I'm returning everything. See you later. I knew it was a scam anyways. See you later. Peace out. Right? Give yourself time. It really does work if you do the work. Okay. I've lost 45 pounds with my oldest, Ultimate Portion Fix and workouts. I lost 39 pounds with my second with Ultimate Portion Fix and some workouts. And I've lost 47 pounds after Ellie with Ultimate Portion Fix 2B Mindset and some workouts. Okay. Give yourself time. Give yourself grace. Don't give up. I'll go through all the don't quit things one more time real quick, just in case you missed one or whatever, because I know I wish people would do that for me when I'm like taking notes or whatever. So D, in don't quit. Okay, that's our acronym for today. Don't quit. First D, decide. O, obsess. Give into your obsessions, the good kind. Okay. N, non-scale victories. Pay attention to all the little victories you have. Okay. T, tell someone. Tell someone your goals, but don't let them give you that dopamine hit. Okay. Q, question. Ask questions, and it's okay to make changes if you need to. U, understand what inspires you and what motivates you. That's really what I meant. Understand what motivates you and give yourself rewards as needed. Inspire yourself, especially with who you surround yourself with and the content you listen to, and give yourself time. That's the last T. Give yourself time to succeed and see it through. Cool. Okay. I don't see anything else in the chat. I believe in you, my friends. You will be one of those 1 to 3% of people who actually achieve their New Year's resolutions this year. Why? Because you will either succeed or you will quit. And you're not going to quit. You're not. You're going to succeed. You're going to see this through. And as long as you see this through and you just keep pushing, you failed. Okay, cool. You're human. You're not perfect. Guess what? I'm not either. You pick yourself up, you brush yourself off, and you try again, right? The really, really, really deciding factor between those who succeed and those who quit is the day after perfect. And there's a book called Finish by Jon Acuff that I mega suggest if you're somebody who quits a lot. Okay, read that book. It's called Finish. Jon Acuff. Okay, but he talks about the day after perfect is what screws people over. Thank you, Laura, for typing those out in the chat. She's typing out the acronym. Okay. The day after perfect is what sets it apart on the scale of these people will succeed, these people will quit. What did you do the day after you messed up? Because we all mess up. We all will. We're human. We had goals. We get the temptations get the best of us. We waver in our resolve. We forget our decision, whatever, emotional eating happens, stress, life, whatever, okay? It happens. The day after that is what sets you apart. What are you going to do now? Are you going to sit in the suck of, woe is me, I knew I couldn't do it anyways, I might as well just throw in the towel and I'll figure it out next year? Okay, great, you just quit and you will not succeed. Or are you going to say, all right, yesterday sucked, but today's a new day. I'm going to brush myself off and I'm going to try again. Okay? Those people succeed. Give yourself grace. Brush yourself off. Try again and 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 again, because you will either succeed or you will quit. And if you never ever quit, guess what? You will succeed. It might take way longer than you ever thought it would, but you will. You will, as long as you never ever quit. Okay? All right. Love you. Believe in you. I think you're the shiz. Okay? If you're on the recording, I'll see you later. If you're on live, stay on live and we'll chat for a sec. Okay? Bye, friends.